What's up, you guys? Slim here at Team Symmetry, here to bring you guys one of my fun decks that I use pretty much every day at school. When I get tired of the meta, when I get tired of playing, you know, Dino Rabbit or Wind Up or Chaos Dragons or any main deck of the meta, I like to use decks that I can have a lot of fun with. You guys have seen my Machina Mayhem deck. You guys have seen my changes I've made to Dino Rabbit. You've seen my Dark World. But you haven't seen one of the decks that I decided to build just because I really liked how the deck flowed and how it just really was an amazingly fun deck to play. And I did not come up with the deck at all. My good friend 3Z Inferno, everyone who knows him, Wilson Sang, made the deck and piloted it all the way to a top 8 finish at YCS Long Beach. The deck is called Beast Stun, and I looked at how he made the deck for Long Beach, and I pretty much made it the exact same way. There's very few changes from his build, but it's still a viable deck, and it's still a deck that is just amazing because it just really is a lot of fun, and you can do a lot of things with it, like you're actually able to do the exact same thing. You're able to transitional side into windups with the deck. So that's basically what I've been using at school as my testing deck, because I'm strongly considering bringing it to YCS Seattle. And I just wanted to share it with you guys because it's an amazingly fun deck. It's not that expensive, the main board, and the only expensive stuff might be the windup stuff, but at the same time it's still pretty cheap. So I hope you guys like it. I'm going to bring you guys a deck profile now. You know, just thumbs it up. Let me know what you guys think. And big shout out to you, Wilson. Thank you for first and foremost making this deck, showing me the deck before YCS Long Beach, and then we actually talked about it a few days before, and he said, yes, I'm bringing this deck into YCS Long Beach, and I was like, you're going to do amazing. Little did I know he'd bring it all the way to the top 8. So anyways, shout out to you, bro. Hope that you'll be able to make more videos soon. I know you're busy, but I just want to give you a shout out, and thank you for being the inspiration and the builder of this amazing deck. So I'm going to get into the deck profile right now. Hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, you guys, here's the deck once again. This is updated Beast Stun, courtesy of my good friend 3Z Inferno. Inspiration for the deck, and I just hope you guys really enjoy it. So first and foremost, we start off with the Beast Monster. We start off with 2/8 Fighter. This was the card that Wilson introduced to everyone in YCS Long Beach. This is a 1900 beater to Dark Beast Monster. It's able to combo with Horn of the Phantom Beast. This card also has an amazing effect that when it attacks, it's able to gain and destroys a monster. It's able to gain a 300, a point tag boost, and if it doesn't attack the next turn, it loses it. However, since it beefs itself up to 2200, that's just amazing. This makes this card instant stable in the deck. Plus, being able to combo it with Horn of the Phantom Beast automatically makes it 2700 and it goes up to 3000. So this makes this card just overall amazing. One of the best cards to open with Horn of the Phantom Beast. We run 3 Photon Saber Tiger. A lot of this hasn't changed. This is actually one of my favorite cards in the deck because this card starts out at 1200 when you have a single one. When you bring a second one to the board, it goes back to 2000, so you automatically have 4K on the field. Plus, if you have Horn of the Phantom Beast with it, it goes to 2000 if you only have one, but if you have two, one of them goes to 2800. So this card's just amazing. Really good outs to cards like I've Heavy Storm to walk into a Starlight, and then I'll summon a second one of these, attack, and the damage step I'll activate Horn and run over the Stardust. So this card is just really good. Plus, it's a light target for BLS, so this card is just really good in general to continue the Beast theme. Probably the best monster in the deck is Wind Up Rabbit, because this card is fucking broken. This card is the most annoying card in the game right now because it's able to evade and dodge everything. This card is just too good, and you know, unless it knocks into like a Snowman Eater or something, you really can't get rid of this little fucker. And like seriously, like this card's amazing, but it's even better with Horn of the Phantom Beast. This card goes up to 2200 and is able to run over Thunder King, do a lot of great things. You can really bluff your opponent out by summoning this, sending a couple back row, and they'll attack into it thinking you'll evade, but then you'll go damage step, and they'll be like, okay, and then you flip Horn, and it's just an amazing card, and it definitely has to be included for it being a Beast warrior and being able to combo with Horn of the Phantom Beast. Onto the lights, we got 2 Thunder King. This card is a staple this format because of all the decks that search, all the decks that special summon. This card's really good against heroes, good against Gear, good against a lot of decks, good against Wind Up in their factories. So this card is just really amazing. And I like 2, I don't like 3. I think 2 is perfect for the deck. Keeps it pretty standard, pretty balanced, plus 1900 beater. It's amazing. We do run the 2 tour guides and the Sengen. We don't run a Night Assailant or another target because this is all we need. Usually we'll tour guide for tour guide to make our XYZ play, and Sengen will search other pieces. We only tour guide Sengen if we're going first or if we need to set up a combo. So usually the opening combo is tour guide, make a carrier, bring out a Wind Up Rabbit, set a couple back row, end turn. So it's a really solid opening play. So these are pretty standard in the deck, plus they're dark targets. For hand traps, we run 2 Max C, and 2 Effect Veiler, like I talked about in my newest episode of Slim Psychology. I love running 2 and 2. People say that you only run one or the other. I don't understand that philosophy. I think that being able to draw into your outs, being able to draw into your Veilers is amazing, and having Veiler to stop key effects is perfect. So these cards are definitely a staple in the deck. I like to be able to speed through my deck. The deck is all floaters, so you're able to really get to your monsters really fast. So Maxi puts in work there, and Veiler's just amazing, plus it's a light target. For the BLS. BLS, I'm not lying to you guys, is the most live card in this deck. Ask anyone who played me at school, they know that I always drop BLS every single game. There has not been a game where I haven't dropped BLS. This card is so live in the deck because we have, in light targets, we have the 2 Veilers, we have the 2 Thunder King, and we have the 3 Photon Saber Tigers. For darks, we have the 8 Fighters, we have the Tour Guides and the Sangan, plus we can make XYZs, so BLS is never dead in this deck. BLS is extremely live in the deck, and honestly, you will summon it every game, I kid you not. I'm actually considering possibly adding a Chaos Sorcerer as well, but BLS will do for now. So that's the monster lineup, pretty standard. Just amazing deck. It's identical to Wilson's monster lineup because it works. It works. He came up with an amazing idea and it definitely works. On to the spells, the staples, Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Book of Moon, Pot of Avarice, and 1 Duality. Wilson ran 1 Duality, and I wasn't so sure if I wanted to run it, but I like it because we don't really special summon a lot, and we can really use Pot of Duality in the opener to set up plays, draw to our Thunder Kings, draw to our Horns, and be able to set up plays and get our combos off. So 1 was just enough. We run 2 MST, we don't run 3 because we don't need 3 in this deck because we're also running 2 Forbidden Lands to protect our monsters. So in a sense we're running 4 MST, so we pretty much take care of all the back row that could get in our way. So these cards are just really good and they're essential in the deck. So that's it for the spells, very basic spells. Onto the traps. Of course, 2 Horn of the Phantom Beast. This card's amazing. Every monster in the deck, aside from the Tour Guides and the hand traps, is able to combo off this card, and the Thunder Kings are able to combo off this card. This card is just beyond broken. Plus 800, draw a card. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better than that. So this card is definitely a must in the deck. It really adds a lot of power to a lot of our monsters. We run 2 Bottomless, get rid of problem monsters. 2 Deep Prison to get rid of problem monsters. We run a lot of protection because our monsters aren't that strong unless we have Horn of the Phantom Beast. But since they're all floaters, they're able to multiply onto the field. And by getting rid of pesky opponents' monsters, you really are able to take control. So these cards are essential in the deck. We still run 2 Torrentials, no Mirror Force. I don't really like Mirror Force, so I didn't add Mirror Force. I like 2 Torrential. Field Clearing works great with Wind Up Rabbit, works good to set up your BLS plays, your Sangan, etc. So this card's just really good in general. 2 Warnings and the Judgment for the Solemn Brigade. They're needed. I don't have to explain that. They're needed. 1 Compulse. Card's amazing. If I could add more, I would, but I like 1 right now because it works really well with the side deck, so Compulse is really good. And then 1 Starlight Road since we have a lot of traps. So that's the main deck, you guys. Now, I said the same rules apply for the way Wilson ran this deck at Long Beach. He transitional sided it into windups. Now, his thing was he was transitional siding it into the wind-up loop. Now, the wind-up loop is a little different these days, but I feel that the best thing you can do with this deck is you can do the exact same thing, but you can slide it into wind-ups and go for the Shockmaster play turn 1, or for any of the OTKs that wind-ups still have. Wind-ups still have a 9100 attack, OTK, they have an 8700, they have a lot of different combos. So that's why our side deck is exactly that. It's wind-ups. We run 3 wind-up Shark, 3 wind-up Rat, 3 wind-up Magician, 2 Snowman Eater. I love Snowman Eater. It's a really great anti-meta card. It's great against Dino Rabbit, Heroes, Thunder Kings, etc. It's also good against Wind-Up Rabbit because they can't evade in the damage step, so this card's just really good. The 3 Factories and the 3rd MST just to get rid of pesky back row. So that's actually the side deck. Now people might wonder, how do you transitional side this? We do exactly what Wilson did at Long Beach. We side out the cards that we don't really need, so they come in the form of these. Okay, if you guys look, we've sided out the 2 Veilers, which I might actually change. I might keep the Veilers in. I haven't decided yet. We side out the Photon Saber Tigers, the BLS, the Pot of Duality, the 2 Lances, the 2 Horns, the Compulse, the Starlight, and of course the 2. Where are they? The 2 Ape Fighters. So we side out all that. I believe that's 15 cards. Let me just double check. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we side into pure windups. And then basically our deck is set for game 2 or whenever we feel that we need to side, if that's our goal in the deck. I discovered that the same rules applied, that things had just changed, that hunters would become snowman eaters, MST would add just more back row removal, and we wouldn't do like some of the tech cards Wilson did. But the same rules apply, that the deck could completely transitional side into windups, and you could go into windups game 2, or you could start out windups game 1, and you could still side into beast stun. That either way, the deck was going to take a different route during one of the games that you play. So that's what I really liked about this deck, and that's why I play the deck like every day. It's so much fun to play. You guys have no idea how much fun it is, and it really does give decks a run for its money. I've been able to 2-0 windups. I've been able to 2-0 Gear other decks like that, because this deck puts in a lot of work. So I hope you guys like that. It's a really, really cool thing that Wilson first brought to Long Beach, and it's something that I really wanted to build, and I finally did, and I have not put the deck down since I built it. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Just onto the extra deck. The one carrier, the best opening play I've noticed is you go tour guide, get your target, XYZ into this, bring out a wind-up rabbit, set a horn and stuff, and you're good to go. This card's just really good. Plus, of course, when you go into wind-ups, it's essential. 1 Zen mains, Leviathan, Leviair, Acid Golem, Giga Brilliant, because we do run BLS, and it's really good in windups in general. Tempo, because this card's amazing against Acid Golem and Zen mains. That's it for the 3s. For the 4s, of course, we got to run the Shockmaster. This card's broken. Utopia and Utopia Ray. We don't run Mind Control, but if our life points ever drop low enough, we can always make Utopia Ray. Mace Stroke, best card ever, Photon, Butterfly Assassin, aka Pappy. Pappy save me. Exactly. Pappy is amazing. And then we just round out the extra deck with rank 5, Tyrus, Adris, and wind up Zenmoa. So that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Once again, I don't take credit for the deck at all. Once again, my friend 3Z Inferno came up with the deck, and I have just changed it to this current format since the wind-up loop is not as, I guess not as, I don't want to use the word relevant, but I guess not as played as much these days, and I just felt this is a really fun deck. Like, if you're not a big wind-up fan, like, I'm not a super big wind-up fan. Like, I did build the deck, but honestly, I prefer to play the deck like this. I prefer to side into it, or I prefer to just run the wind-up beast, because it's just a lot of fun to play. It works really well against the meta. So let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video. If you want me to do more deck profiles like this that are not super meta-based, they're more fun-based for, like, everyday games and locals, let me know, comment below. Would you change anything in the main deck, in the side deck, and the extra deck? Is there other cards I can include besides Snowman, or are there other cards I can include in the main deck? Just let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, and thank you for watching.